That's just fucking disgusting. It's just... Fuck. They're everywhere here. They've turned, look at that. They've turned this fucking sink into a nest. They're up there. There's 100 of them in there. Have all of that. I've got to get all these fucking birds out. What the fuck? Hi, I'm Tim and welcome to my channel. Something I never thought I'd be doing, making a YouTube video, but yeah, how things change. So I live in Japan. I've been here for about 13 years and I've been renovating property, really old Japanese property ever since. For the first 7 or so years being in Japan, I had my own real estate agency. For those of you who don't know, you have to have a real estate agency to flip property legally in Japan. You can't just do it by yourself. And yeah, so I bought, renovated and flipped maybe 20 properties in the first 7 years. Just to give you a quick introduction as to here, why I'm here, and this property I'm going to introduce you to. I renovated a small 4-story building. It had a bar on it had 1 bar on the first floor, 2 bars on the second floor, 2 apartments on the third, 2 apartments on the fourth. There were a couple of tenants in the third and the fourth. So I just renovated the 2 apartments, renovated the 2 bars and the main bar on the bottom, and rented it all out. And I, at that stage, couldn't afford to keep the building. I needed to flip the building. I wish I could have kept it, but I couldn't. And so I sold the whole building. And it turns out the guy I sold it to, who's now my friend and the owner of this building here, over the coming year, he had a couple of tenants leave the bars, and new tenants, like he rented the bars like essentially within days of listing it. And he approached me and said, would I do some more bar renovations for him? Because the ones in the building I sold him rented really quick, which is a bit rare here in Japan. It can take 6 to 12 months to rent an old property, just because of the vast number of empty properties. And I'd been asked many times to do renovations for other agencies here, and I'd always said no, because I enjoy having the creative control over my properties, and I don't want to do renovations to order. So I've always said no to anyone who's asked. Anyway, I offered him a deal where I said, well, you give me the properties, but I have full design control. I just do whatever I want design-wise, and then I'll do them for you. And the trade-off was he wanted a cheap price, right? So we did a deal, and I guess to cut it all short, I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years. So I have an unlimited list of properties, and I get these old Japanese apartments, so old, man, like they're just, I'll introduce you to some of them along the way, and you'll see some in this video if you stick around upstairs. They're pretty shit. And so it's old bars, old Japanese apartments, and I renovate them. I do everything myself, and like everything from go to woe. And I always add some sort of creative, some sort of artistic part to it, which, if you know a little bit about me, I am a kind of a hack artist. I also have a tattoo studio here, which I'm not a great tattoo artist, but you know, everything in my life is art. or somehow connected to it. Anyway, that's how it's led me here. So you came here for this video, right? So to get to here, he told me about this property he was buying 2 months ago maybe, and it's a little unusual because of the number of apartments here in this building. Normally the stuff they buy has got like sort of 4 or maybe 6 apartments in it, and might have a couple of tenants, so I can't renovate them all. But this is a little bit different. It's got an elevator and it's got like 6 floors of apartments. So I think there's a total of 18 apartments here, but 3 are rented. So I've got 14 or 15 apartments to renovate here. I'll take you through. And yeah, so anyway, so he told me about this property a couple of months ago, and I came here. I had my daughter at the time. I just thought I'd pop in and take a look. And I didn't want to take my daughter too far into these old properties because they can be pretty dirty. There's black mold and sometimes, and so we didn't go too far, right? We wandered up to the 4th floor. So just so you know, this building, I'm in the car park, which is like the underground. It's not much, not very high, but there's 9 floors. The first 3 levels are an office. It was an old real estate agent actually that went belly up agency, and then the apartments start from the 4th floor. I haven't been asked to renovate the office part yet, but I'll take you through it quickly. And so I came here, we wandered to the 4th floor, and I was just looking for an apartment, maybe one that was unlocked or something I could get in, because at that stage he hadn't quite settled on the building. So actually he didn't own it yet. But we found an apartment on the 4th floor, had no lock, and I had a quick look. It's just the normal level shit, I'll show you. It's just the old Japanese toilet and the shit floors and whatnot. And we went to the 5th floor, and I could hear there was someone in one of the apartments, and I sort of felt a little bit uncomfortable, right? Because actually my mate didn't own the building yet, and there was nothing unlocked there. Anyway, the point is I didn't go any higher. I took it for granted that the rest of the building might be the same kind of condition, and that was that. So I met my mate a couple of weeks later and started talking about the price that I thought for this building. Now, he's a bit of a Scrooge McDuck, so normally the first time I mention any kind of price, he's trying to tell me it's too high and trying to get me down and whatnot, and I'm trying to get the price up. But for the first time ever, it was the opposite, right? He was kind of, seemed almost happy with the price I was talking, and I was, I'm not the smartest fella, but I knew something was wrong. Anyway, he finally come and said, "You've looked at the whole building, right? Like, you went upstairs all the way?" And as soon as he said that, I knew something's wrong. So I left the meeting there, and I said, forget everything I've just said. I'll go and have a proper look at this friggin' thing and come back. So I only came here one time since then. I came here once. I walked all the way through the frickin' building, which I'm going to do with you guys now. And there's a bunch of doors that are already open, a bunch of apartments that are already unlocked, so I didn't need the keys. And so anyway, I haven't been back here since then. I'm going to take you guys up now, so I really don't know what I'm expecting. I'm expecting it to be pretty much the same as what I found last time. So I might flip the camera around and take you in. So this is the 1st floor, the office, which is, this is an old agency. shit everywhere. Not much left here. Looks like toilets down there. Second floor. That's a real estate organisation logo. You've got to be registered to an real estate organisation in Japan. I'll probably pinch that TV too. Oh, Gomiland, rubbish. Yeah. Can't see that, that's toilets, old Japanese toilets. And third floor, what's up here? Haven't been up here. Okay, there's some fucking water damage, I think. Holy fuck me. And we still have a water leak. Now that, I'm on the third floor and I'm going to be renovating the fourth floor, so what the fuck? That means it's, I hope that's not a bathroom from upstairs. Probably toilets. Anyway, as I said, I haven't been asked to renovate this part. This kind of office looks in, actually it's not, it looks shit, right? But it's probably not that bad condition. And it's a big office, so it'll probably get a professional renovation. So here are the keys for all the apartments. 4th floor, 5th floor, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a good start. I've got keys. So my renovation project starts here in the foyer area. I got to repaint this whole, just repaint it. I'll do mural artwork along here. And little elevator. Looks like the smallest elevators in Japan. I'm going to change shoes here. Well, I'm going to put gumboots on. And you're going to fucking see why. So there you can see it. Elevator is nothing to 3rd. I've got to renovate from the 4th to the 9th. Fuck, that doesn't sound so good either, that elevator. I don't think I'll be bringing, let's have a look. Go to the 4th floor. I didn't bring any gloves up or a mask. Okay. That's the stair. So this is the plan. There's 3 rooms, 1, 2, 3. I've also got to paint this section here, repaint the doors, new numbers, kind of a remake. This is the apartment I told you I've looked at before with my daughter when we came here. Fuck, it stinks. Oh. Young Japanese kitchen, gas hot water. Holy. Anyway, this is kind of, what the fuck is that? Have a look at this, will you? I don't know if you can see that. That's the Japanese toilet. That's just disgusting. I've got to smash that. I've got 14 of them to smash out. I'll do a separate video, show you how it smash out a Japanese toilet. They're a fucking nightmare. It's like 300 to 400 kilos of concrete in that, without a word of a lie. Look at that, the fucking floor's fucked. The old Japanese bathroom, midget tub, and I've been told that the water pipes are fucked too. Although it looks like they've added the hot after. That's the hot, so that's secondary. And 2 rooms. Got some kind of divider here. I think he wants a wall here built up. He wants a wall and 1 aircon put in. So this is the one I told you I saw, and I basically judged the rest of the building off this. And there's a clue to what's coming. Those open bricks. The door doesn't even close. Yeah, there's someone living in there. Let's take the arm out. How do you... Now I was here briefly, as I said. There was nothing open here at the time. I think someone's living in that one. And this is the mistake I made. I never went here the first time. So here we go. I have no idea how this is going to go on camera. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. So here we are. This is pigeon land. There's a fucking dead pigeon there, just like I need to fucking see. And so they've taken over the holes in the concrete there. They've gotten in here, and there's just, I don't know if you can see it, but there's just inches of shit. A nest with another egg. There's fucking babies everywhere. There's a dead one there. This is the 6th floor. And just so you know, the 6th, this one is the best. The one we're going to next, this one is here we go. Have a fucking look at this. They started everything. This is a fire. There was a fire here. And so this has been completely gutted by fire, taken over by pigeons. Refrigerator. And in here, in behind here is the pipe shaft. So the sewage pipes were melted. So the 8th and 9th floors above this, I've got to replace the sewage lines as well. That's just fucking disgusting. It's just fuck. They're everywhere here. They've turned, look at that. They've turned this fucking sink into a nest. They're up there. There's 100 of them in there. Have all of that. I've got to get all these fucking birds out. What the fuck? There's some more. It's just unbelievable. And they've taken over the staircase too, I think. Fuck, I can hear them up there. Shit. Eighth floor. I can hear more of them. Now he's not running away, so there might be a nest here too somewhere. That's locked. All right, they're in there too. Fuck me. Last floor, 9th floor. I think it's just the same. So, so I don't have birds on the 9th. Hey, it's a fucking miracle. But they're in there. Okay. I'll go back to 7. Fuck me, it's disgusting. I'm out of here. Oh, that's fucked as well. Well, Welcome to my life here in Japan. That's gonna be an absolute shit show. So I'll start that tomorrow. First thing I gotta do is get those fucking birds out. There's hundreds of them. I need to get an air horn. That's what I need. I need to buy an air horn. What's that? I can get into the car park from there. So thanks for watching, and I'll post some update videos on this project as I go along. Yeah.